All right, so today we're going to put this complete kit into a customer's house today. They've just got 2 small rooms, and what this kit is about, it's a little 35 watt solar panel. It comes with its cable, the driver, and all the accessories. And these are it's a 4 light kit. So the customer wants is having two of these downlight sizes in the hallway and the other 2 in another room. So we're just going to briefly show you how it's sort of set up and connected on site. So that obviously gets mounted on the roof. There is 10 meters of cable that come with the solar panel. So what happens, this cable will come down into your roof cavity. That's what we call the driver. Your solar cable will get connected straight into that side of the driver. So that'll sit in the roof. And then outside, the other side of the driver, because we've got four lights, we add this little 4-way splitter. So that splitter actually plugs into there, like that. That gives us 4 outlets. With each light comes a 5-meter lead. So the beauty of these leads is you can have one light in one area, in another area, so you can split them up a bit. So, and the 4 cables come back and plug into there. So it's pretty straightforward. That's the complete kit. With the solar panel, you get the brackets, all you need to fit the panel to the roof. Well, let's go and install it. Once you're on the roof, you usually come down, say 3 tiles if you can, because you don't want to touch the ridge capping at all. So I usually just kick up a couple of tiles. Okay. So in a tile kit, you actually get all the brackets and the screws that you need, and there's 2 different types of brackets. These 2 are for the bottom of the solar panel. So these are the 2 we're going to put in first. So okay, imagine our solar panel, which is roughly about there. So what I'm going to do is kick off this one and that one. You can imagine that's how it's going to look. Just remove some of the tiles to make it a bit easier. Just so you can see. Okay, so if you can see what we're trying to achieve here. So this will go under the tile, and here is where you screw into the side of the batten. So, but firstly, we just want to mold this section here, because every tile is a little bit different. So sometimes you can just tap it with a hammer, just like that, and that'll help sort of mold it a little bit. Okay. You can sort of tweak it up with your pliers. That makes it something like that. You get all the screws with your kit. There's a couple of extra ones, but so just use one of the T17, which has the pipe like that, and just screw into the side of your batten. Again, just a rake. So something like that. Good. That's basically your 2 bottom brackets, and I'll show you how that'll work. So we'll just put these 2 tiles back in. this is the solar panel. Got Redilight solar panel. On the back is your cable. It's already connected, so you don't have to touch that. So what these two brackets do, what will happen is your solar panel will sit on top of that. That'll just give us a feel. So you need to put the bottom two brackets in so we know where to put the top ones. Because the top brackets are a two-piece. Because there's different tiles, terracottas, length and width, these are adjustable. So in this case, with these tiles, what I've done, so I'll open that up. I've already tested that out, so big it. Tell me. Use that sandwich. No. What? No. Bounce. So just don't do it up tight, but that'll give you roughly, that's how it's going to sit underneath, because your solar panel will sit there. So it gives you a rough idea where we're at with the bracket. So once you've done those two, once you've set the length, now you can put the tiles back. Yeah. Because that is how, that's what we're going to do, the same sort of thing like we did before. Get those brackets and screw them into the battens. And then we're going to mount the solar panel. And you edit what you want to. So again, it's with the pliers. Let's help mould it a little bit. Turn my hand a bit more. So something like that. Alright, so that's that. Now we'll pull our tiles down. So with the solar panel, it doesn't matter which way you have it, but I think I had it this way. And just adjust these to suit. Right, look at that. Okay, so just before we actually screw and fix the solar panel to the brackets, we have to get the cable, this cable into the roof cavity. Okay, that's it. There's a little gap, there's little gaps there in the tiles. They're in every tile, so that's a nice little spot. That's where you can feed the cable into the roofs. So we'll feed all that cable in, and then we can screw off the solar panel. All right, so now that we've got the cable all inside the roof cavity, just finish that up there. It's always a good idea just to do that under the panel, so it just gives it a bit more weather protection. So now we can just sit the solar panel on those brackets, and now we can start actually screwing them, fixing them off. These screws that are provided, self-drillers, they're the ones for metal.
So start with here, make sure everything's nice and square. Roughly in the middle of the solar panel. Okay, so there's your brackets that are nice and snug. Now, because with these two top brackets, it's just a good idea just to give it a bit more rigidity. Just use a bit of silicone. And probably take that off. I just like to put a bit underneath. Just on both top ones only. That's it. So once that sets, that just gives the whole thing, stiffens it up a little bit more. So that's a pretty nice tile bracket installation there. Pretty straightforward. Different profile tiles are a little bit different, but pretty much the same sort of method of how you do this. So now we're going to get into the roof and start connecting up the lights. Okay, so for the little 6-watt Redilight downlight size, it's a 90mm hole. It's great if you've got a hole saw. So most electricians have these, but you can get them in the hardware. So we'll just whack it. I've already checked up top, make sure there's no cables and no timber. I've marked my centre. So just slowly, there's no rush. Okay, so we've cut our hole in the ceiling with a hole saw. Another way you can do it if you haven't got a hole saw is just use your gyprock saw. And with the light, there is a template. So you can just cut that out and mark your hole and cut it out with that. So there's our Redilight. So you can see it has a plug. But with every one of these comes a 5-metre extension cable. So the beauty of that is you can have these spread out a little bit, and having these 5-metre extensions, they'll all go back to a central point into the ceiling. So let's install this. So find the correct ends. It's not that unsettling. Just plug it in, just like that. Pop all your cable into the ceiling. Cut it in. And then pull both, just like that, up into the hole, just like that. That's one done. Now we're going to do the other 3. Okay, so we're just about to do the connections up. So I found luckily I can be next to the manhole so I can show you this. But so the cable we put down through the tiles that we showed when we installed the solar panel, that's the other end of it. So that's it there. So we've got our positive and negative. And just twist them a bit together. Sit that there. So those two firstly go to our driver. So every light system has its own driver. Now that's where this is the solar panel end. You can see the positive and the negative. So they'll go the positive and the negative. And at that end, that's where I'll show you, that's where the lights go. So firstly, we'll connect this into our driver. So the positive go into there. Just nice and firm. Just make sure it doesn't come out. Just twist it again. And it doesn't matter which negative you put it in. Just make sure you get all the cable. It's hard. I'm trying to show you, plus do it back. That's it. It's better. Right. That's better. So there you go. So just make sure when you add more cables in there, just be careful none of the strands of wire touch each other, because that can create a short and it just won't work. So a nice neat job there. So this is a 24 watt driver. That's a driver. It's going to run the 4 6 watt lights, which makes it a 24 watt load. So what happens now is, because we don't have 4 cables to go in there, we have a splitter box. So that'll plug into there. Nice and easy. And now you've got a 4-way splitter. And what goes into there is our 4 wires that I've run from the 4 little 6 watters back to here. And they simply just go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you go. That's a little system there. Beautiful. So you can get a 2 light system where you'll have a 12 watt driver and a 2-way splitter, and then you'll have 2 of these. So just a different kit again. So that's it. So let's go and see how they look.